Hey, what's up, my construction entrepreneurs? Hey, I'm just on here sharing some insights about doing larger type projects. Let's say you're expanding outside of what you normally do, the size of project, and you want to expand to a larger size project. What are some of the kind of things that you can utilize to help get you to complete that job or get you to the next level? So I'm going to share. So let's say, and I'm going to relate it to my trade and what I do. Okay. So let's say normally I'm doing projects that I can basically do in house. Right. In house meaning that I don't have to hire any subcontractors to do. Right. So I may do some ramps. I may do some flat work, foundation work, and things like that. But when it comes to larger pours or larger type projects, I bring in various range of subcontractors. Now, mind you, I'm majority of the time I'm bidding as a subcontractor, not as a general contractor. So most of my jobs are me in a role as a subcontractor. Then there's a general contractor. Then there's an owner. Generally, most projects I bid on. So my subs are third tier subs. Um, but let's say I'm bidding on a school, right? And there's like 5 buildings. And, I say I have 6 guys on payroll. Well, I know that come pour time, I'm going to need more people. Come rebar time, I'm going to need more people. Maybe the form setting we can handle. Um, um, the footing form setting we can handle. The rim forming we can handle. Hardware placement we can handle. Like all these things we can handle. But then when you're looking at it, you're like, you know what? So I sub out the rebar. So there's rebar subcontractors that one can fab and deliver, and two can fab and install, right? So there's non-union and union. So there's ones that can do it for residential jobs or commercial jobs that's non-prevailing, as well as prevailing and Davis Bacon type of jobs, right? So there's rebars, there rod busters that you can hire, right? Now, mind you, this is the same thing that we do on a residential side, where we're hiring finishers, right? We're hiring finishers off the street and just paying them cash or whatever. We're hiring extra help off the street and just paying them extra. Well, on the commercial side, especially on the public works side, you got to have documentation behind that. So they need to be with a company on some type of payroll, covered under some type of insurance, and you got to show documentation that you're paying them some type of wage or the correct wage for their trade, right? So it's the same thing as just hiring companies, more so individuals, right? So now you're just hiring companies. So you got a larger project, you hire a rod busting company. You need to do a larger pour, you hire a finishing company. They just come out and just do finishing. You prep everything, they finish everything. So they'll do place and finish. Now you have to, course coordinate your mud, your pumps, or anything else that they may need. And some finishing companies may not supply laser screeds. Some on some projects you can use laser screeds, right? So some finishing companies don't supply laser screeds. Some finishing companies do. So you want to make sure that they have that. So why do I tell you about this? Because that means that you can go for other jobs that you may be thinking about that you want to go after, but you don't have the manpower. Well, there's companies out there like for framing. Let's say you got a large framing job. There's companies out there that you can hire to help you just frame only. That just does framing. There's companies out there that just does installation, right? Installation after you frame, they come and do installation. There's companies out there that just do drywall, only drywall, no framing. Okay. There's companies. So there's different companies that you can bring on to help you. Now, why bring on those companies to help you? Because it's guaranteed labor force versus you trying to hire guys off the street. Like, oh hey, I'm gonna need you in a month. You know, I'm counting on you, man. You know, that's too much of a risk to be counting on guys off the street when you can actually count on companies, lock them under contract. Once you get them locked under contract, you know, no one wants to face litigation for holding up a project or not showing up or, you know, breaching the contract or something like that. It just gives you a little bit more security than what you're used to doing or the other alternatives, right? So hiring other trades or other subs or other third tier, fourth tier subs that can help you get that work done, and then you can go after bigger projects. Now, also too, this is the great thing about it. So let's say on the flip side, on the residential commercial side, we're just hiring finishers when we need them. We're just hiring form setters when we need them, ride busters or whatever, framers, drywall. We're hiring to help when we need it, and we're paying them cash. Well, on this flip side that I'm talking about, where you're hiring companies, you pay them when you get paid. Okay, that's it. You pay them when you get paid. So on the flip side, you paying them when they finish that day. You need to have a boatload of cash, and you need to be dishing out some money. Well, on the flip side of things, on the commercial side, heavy commercial side, or public works side, you pay those companies when you get paid. And that's how that works. The only thing you're really paying out on, because you should have accounts set up everywhere, right? Materials should be on account, 30, 45-day net. You pay them when you get paid. Everybody gets paid when you get paid. There's no money I'm dishing out before I get paid except for payroll. That's it. So you can go after that next large project. You just got to understand the resources around you that you can utilize to help you go after those projects and complete them. Now, mind you, you're going to have to get quotes, right? You're going to have to develop a relationship for a lot of these companies, but and you definitely want to, you know, without having a relationship, you definitely want to reach out to a lot of them, you know, at least 10 of them when you're starting out, so you can make sure you get numbers back that you can compare to, because you just don't want to just go after one or two and then, you know, they turn in a number and you have nothing really to compare it to. So you want to at least have 10, 15 that you actually initially go out and go ask, can they give you bids on? And then out of that 15, maybe only 5, 7 will give you numbers, maybe even 8, you know. It all depends on where they're at and who you contact, right? But and you can go after these large projects and knock them out and have the opportunity to get a higher profit margin, right? That's because that's what the game is all about. We're for-profit companies, and we're just looking for another way to make more money with less headache. So, hey, if this was helpful, let me know. Share it, like, subscribe, more content to come. And this is how you get to doing larger projects. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you got any comments. Catch you on the next one, my construction entrepreneurs. Hustle hard, then hustle harder. Catch you on the next one.